morning, Cullman. Thank you for tuning in to Cullman Today. I'm your host, Cheyenne Sharp, and today is Wednesday, July 10th. We have a lot to look at in local news today, including information on Alabama's tax-free weekend, a planned road closure in the city of Cullman, and Hanceville volleyball team's upcoming car wash. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. But for now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Cullman today. The portion of Bolte Road Southeast from 3rd Avenue Southeast or Old Hanceville Highway to East Hanceville Road or County Road 702 will be closed for pipe replacement. Please plan accordingly if you live in or are traveling through this area. Next up, congratulations to the Cullman Area Chamber of Commerce Small Business of the Month winner, the Link of Cullman County. The Link of Cullman County exists to help our neighbors when they're in crisis. They're here for the single parent and those navigating difficult family relationships. They're also here for those struggling in addiction, with poverty, and with homelessness. They understand that all of us are just a few setbacks away from financial and personal crisis. The Link has built a team of professionals who are ready to provide you with the community resources you need to change your circumstances and journey towards a better life. To finish out our top stories, the Cullman County Child Development Center recently received a $10,000 donation from the Angling for Autism Bass Fishing Tournament. The tournament proceeds benefit local programs and bring awareness to autism and provide education and other opportunities to special needs children and their families. In the past, Anglers for Autism has donated to Cullman Therapeutic Recreation, sponsored multiple therapy dogs for individuals, as well as provide training for those dogs, and donated to the Cullman Autism and Special Needs Support Group. Now that we have the top stories out of the way, we're going to take a quick break before returning with sports. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to find out what's going on in the world of sports. Let's get today's sports segment started with an update on the Atlanta Braves Road Series at Arizona. Trailing 3-1 in the top of the 9th inning, Braves catcher Sean Murphy blasted a 2-run home run over the fence in center field to tie the game at 3. Both teams scored in the 10th to keep things tied at 4, but Atlanta pulled away for good in the 11th. Matt Olson led off the top of the inning with a single to move Austin Riley to third base. 3 pitches later, a sacrifice fly allowed Riley to score and put the Braves in front, 5-4. The Diamondbacks failed to answer in the bottom half of the inning, and Atlanta extended its streak to 3 games with a 5-4 win. The Braves and Diamondbacks will continue their series tonight at 8:40 p.m. on ESPN+. Sticking with baseball, former Auburn two-way player Daniel Robert has been called up to join the Texas Rangers. Robert becomes the 61st player in Auburn's program history to make it to Major League Baseball. Robert also becomes the 10th former Tiger to be called up to the big leagues since the beginning of the 2020 season. The Hoover native was selected by the Rangers in the 21st round of the 2017 MLB draft and has spent all 5 of his minor league seasons with the organization. At Auburn from 2014 to 2017, Robert served primarily as a position player and turned in a .283 career batting average. He posted 185 hits, including 33 doubles and 11 home runs, along with 104 RBIs. During Auburn's 2017 NCAA Regional Final run, Robert led the team with 42 RBIs. Robert also made 14 pitching appearances across 3 seasons and finished with a 1-0 record with a 4.02 ERA and a save. Robert has pitched for the Round Rock Express in AAA for parts of the last 3 seasons and has tossed 112 innings in 90 appearances with the club. That covers sports for today, but make sure to check with the Cullman Tribune each day for the latest in sports coverage from across the area. We'll be right back after this message. Hello and welcome back to Cullman Today. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. The annual back-to-school sales tax holiday, or tax-free weekend, is coming up here in Alabama, July 19th through the 21st. This is a great opportunity to grab some clothes, shoes, school supplies, and even diapers or computers without sales tax charges, which can be as high as 10%. Check out revenue.alabama.gov to find a list of all eligible items. Come travel with Cullman area seniors in 2025. Cullman's Active Adult Center has some amazing trips planned for next year, including a Western Caribbean cruise, a Lynchburg, Tennessee day trip, and visits to the Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam, and Las Vegas. Contact Stephanie Neal at 256-734-4803 for more information and to get signed up. The Hanceville volleyball team is hosting a fundraiser car wash on Saturday, July 13th at the Hanceville Warehouse Discount Groceries from 9 a.m. to noon. Proceeds from the wash will help support the Ballers by offsetting the cost of equipment, uniforms, referees, and transportation. On Saturday, July 13th, from 5 to 7:30 p.m., the Ladies of Life Church will be gathering for a time of food, community, laughter, worship, and the Word of Christ. This will be the last Ladies' Night of the season, so make plans to join and create a new community. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Discover what's buzzing in Cullman with Community Matters, where every story pops off the page with local flair. It's the magazine that's got the inside track on what's now, what's new, and who's who. Get the lowdown on top eats and 411 on recipes that'll turn up your summer cooking game. Relive our local team's triumphs on the sports fields and pencil in summer's hottest events for fun the whole family will love. Get your copy of Community Matters at the Cullman Tribune, any of the local businesses on screen, or scan the QR code.
Welcome back. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Rebecca Becky Quick Fix. Rebecca Becky Quick Fix, age 72 of Vinemont, passed away quietly at her home in Vinemont on Monday, July 8th. No services are planned at this time. Kenneth Alfred Reeves. Kenneth Alfred Reeves, age 82 of Vinemont, passed away on Tuesday, July 9th. There are no services planned at this time. Virginia Gale Key. Virginia Gale Key, age 87 of Cullman, passed away on Monday, July 8th. There are no services scheduled at this time. Connie McSwain Allen. Connie McSwain Allen, age 72 of Cullman, passed away on Monday, July 8th. There are no services scheduled at this time. Myra Jean Drake. Funeral service for Myra Jean Drake, age 81 of Cullman, will be at 1 p.m. on Friday, July 12th at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home with burial at Valley Springs Cemetery. Visitation will be from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Friday, July 12th at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. That finishes up obituaries for today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their families and friends. Now, let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today should stay sunny with a high near 87. Tonight we'll have patchy fog after midnight, otherwise mostly clear with a low of around 66. Tomorrow sees patchy fog before 8 a.m., otherwise sunny with a high near 91. And tomorrow night is set to be mostly clear with a low of around 68. That concludes another edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Cheyenne Sharp with Cullman Today, wishing you a wonderful Wednesday, Cullman.